Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our home in Valencia, Spain. For those who are new here, I am Jan, and this is my husband, Hugh. Let me say first of all that we are outside today. It's a beautiful, warm, blue-skied Valencia day, and we couldn't help it.
66 degrees. All my friends back home complain about the snow.
I'm sorry.
But
excuse any background noises you might hear because we're just out here enjoying the day.
Here we go.
Anyway, nearly 2 years ago, we moved from the US to Spain with our 3 teenagers, and it has been one of the best decisions we have ever made. Today we're going to share with you the 10 easiest countries in Europe for Americans to move to. And that being said, it's not that these are our favorites,
Correct.
but these are the easiest ones to get into. We're going to include the visa details, some lifestyle benefits, and a bit of additional financial information if you're like us moving with children or other dependents. So let's dive in.
At number 10 we have the Netherlands.
And at number 10, as he said, is the Netherlands, thanks to the Dutch-American Friendship Treaty, otherwise known as DAFT. It's such a weird name. But
for such a wonderful thing, such a
odd name.
Odd name.
Moving there as an entrepreneur is relatively simple. You only need to make a €4,500 investment to start a business, and the visa is valid for 2 years with an option to renew. Keep in mind, you will have to keep the business operational to renew, but over time this can lead to permanent residency. If you're going to move with your dependents though, you'll need to show an additional income. The Dutch government generally requires €2,000 to €3,000 annually per dependent to prove that you can actually support your family.
Right, and of course we all know the Netherlands is very highly developed. They have excellent public transportation systems, beautiful cities like Amsterdam and Utrecht. I love that word. And a reputation for being very welcoming to expats. Nearly everyone speaks English, which definitely makes settling in much easier.
It makes a big difference.
But however, the cost of living is a little high, especially in the major cities. And those wonderful winters can be cold and
a bit
damp.
Kind of like his place, like London. But, Netherlands is wonderful otherwise. Anyway, also, do not forget, the taxes in the Netherlands are significant, so I would suggest consulting a local tax professional. It's very important if you're planning to move there.
Yes.
Right?
And yes, I agree.
Number 9.
Say it.
Italy.
Yeah, Italy, one of our favorites. It's a dream destination for many of us, right? It's actually a favorite for our family.
Yeah.
And it offers 2 great visa options, the elective residency visa, and they also have a digital nomad visa. For the elective residency visa, you'll need €32,000 per year in passive income, private health insurance, and proof of housing or accommodation.
Right.
The digital nomad visa requires an annual income of €28,000, but of course that's just designed for remote workers.
Mm-hmm. Now for families, you're going to, of course, once again, show an additional 20% of the primary income for each dependent. For example, if you're applying for the elective residency visa and have 2 kids, you'll need to show around €38,400 annually.
Correct. And of course, Italy is perfect if you love history, art, and food. Did I say food? All right, from those beautiful rolling hills of Tuscany that we see in the movies, right, to the white sand beaches of Sicily, the country offers endless beauty and diversity.
Capri.
And let's not forget the incredible food. Did I mention the cuisine?
Aye.
Fresh pasta, fresh seafood, pizza, and our family favorite, gelato, right?
Our kids wanted to move there.
Just for gelato.
For the gelato.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. They did want to move there though. They love it.
We
They
look
love
for all
Italy.
family pictures from Italy, and if there are 10 pictures, 8 of them are eating gelato.
Yeah. That being said, Italian bureaucracy can be challenging.
Yes.
You know, that laid-back lifestyle, that's okay. And the mass tourism in popular spots like Rome and Venice can be a downside. Also, if you're thinking about living in a rural area, you may have to own a car because public transport might be limiting.
Yes, and I've heard this rumor that buying a car in Italy is more difficult than buying a house in Italy, but we'll talk about that later.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Also,
let me just add, let me take this from you. The elective residency visa, you will definitely have to submit an application from your home
That's
country.
right.
There's
Italy.
no, I'm in Italy, I'm going to apply for it.
No.
You have to apply for that from your home country. Number 8,
Is
Spain, España.
Spain is next on our list. And as someone living there, I can't recommend it enough.
Okay.
Spain offers 2 main visa options: the non-lucrative visa, which requires €2,400 per month in passive income, or a savings of €28,800, and the digital nomad visa, designed for, of course, once again, remote workers earning at least €2,646 per month. Both visas require private health insurance and proof of somewhere to live. So once again, if you have dependents, Spain requires an additional 75% of the monthly minimum for your first dependent, which is about €1,800 per month, and 25% for each additional dependent, which is just €600 per month. So if you have a family like ours, 5 people, you're going to need about €6,000 to qualify to meet the income requirements for the non-lucrative visa.
Now, Spain, of course, is quite affordable when compared to a lot of other Western European countries, especially in the smaller cities. Public transportation here is excellent. And of course, the culture is warm, the weather is warm,
Food is great,
people are so welcoming, all right?
and there's always something to do.
They celebrate everything, all right? And now, so if you know, it doesn't really matter if you prefer beaches, mountains, or busy cities. We have found that Spain just checks all the boxes.
It has it all.
Yeah. Now, the one thing I want to know is, just like Italy, you have to submit your applications from your home country.
Yes.
And that process can take a few months. So you really have to be structured and organized to get this done.
Yes, that's very true. The only thing that you can apply for here would be the digital nomad visa.
Correct.
So if you're here, you can apply for that. But if you're doing a non-lucrative, you've got to do it from your home country. Unfortunately, once again, that mass tourism thing we're talking about can also be an issue in cities like Barcelona or Madrid. But if you go and explore lesser known regions, smaller towns, you definitely will get a very authentic experience.
For sure.
Number 7 is
Number 7.
very sexy.
Huh?
Greece. I'm sorry, I love Greece.
All right. All right, so Greece is an excellent option for its affordability, obviously, history, and those stunning landscapes. Now, Americans can apply for their financially independent visa, which requires €3,500 per month in income. Alternatively, their digital nomad visa is also available and has similar financial requirements.
For dependents, once again, Greece is going to also expect you to have an additional sum. This one is 20% of the primary income for your spouse and 15% for each child. So for a family of 5, you'd need around €5,425 per month for a financially independent visa.
Quite similar to Spain.
Yeah, very similar.
Now, the cost of living in Greece is probably one of the lowest in Western Europe.
Fantastic.
So that makes a great choice for retirees and remote workers, right? Athens, the capital, offers a mix of ancient ruins and modern city life, while the islands like Santorini and Crete are perfect for a slower beach-centered
Oh, I love
lifestyle. Now, keep in mind that Greek bureaucracy can be a bit of a challenge, and culture differences might take some adjusting. But for example, things tend to move a little at a slower pace, which can be a blessing or a frustration. What is it, blessing or frustration?
For me, it's a blessing.
I figured it would be. Totally dependent on your perspective.
Now, you realize that there is like a common thread here with most of these Western European countries. Laid-back lifestyle, a bit of time to take to get all your paperwork done, but it is well worth it.
It's okay. It's a private.
Number 6.
France.
France is one of the most beautiful and culturally rich countries in the world. Right? For Americans, the long stay visa is the main option. You'll need to show about 1,760,
almost 1,800.
right? Almost €1,800 per month in stable income for a single applicant. If you're moving with dependents, France requires an additional €590 per month for each dependent. For example, a family of 4 will need to show just over 3,500 euro per month in income. You will also need private health insurance and proof of housing. These applications, once again, must be submitted in the US, so plan ahead.
Absolutely. Of course, France is also known for its stunning architecture, has a very efficient public transportation system, and a variety of living options. So you can, from the bustling streets of Paris to the peaceful countryside of Provence, the quality of life here, I love saying that word, the quality of life here is exceptional, with a focus on enjoying food, nature, and cultural activities.
Just enjoying life.
Yeah.
The main downsides, though, are the higher cost of living and a very competitive housing market. However, if you're willing to put in the effort, France offers an incredible lifestyle.
Yeah, man.
Number 5, we've got Bulgaria.
Here's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, well,
right?
Easiest countries, remember.
Yeah. So Bulgaria is a fantastic choice for those on a budget. If you're on a shoestring budget and you're trying to make it work, the retirement visa requires only 933 euro per month in income, along with proof of 6 months in savings and health insurance. Now, for dependents, you'll need an additional 370 euro per month per dependent, right? And of course, you'll also need to rent or buy property.
Right.
Now, cost of living in Bulgaria is one of the lowest in Europe. So that makes it ideal for retirees or anyone looking for affordability. The capital, Sofia, has a growing expat community, while the Black Sea coast offers beautiful beaches and a very relaxed atmosphere.
If an island girl, anything called beach gets me.
We want to be there.
But
I'm not an island girl.
No.
Okay.
Thank God.
All right. Go.
The winters can be cold. Okay.
And there's going to be, there might be a bit of a language barrier outside major cities, right? But Bulgaria is safe, beautiful, and well worth considering.
Awesome.
Right, which takes us to number 4, Portugal.
Oh yes, I personally love Portugal.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time in Lisbon. It's a top choice for many expats, and for a good reason. The D7 visa is perfect for retirees or those with a passive income. It's very reasonable, requiring about 8,500 euro per year for a single person. For families, you'll need to add 50% of this amount for the spouse and 30% for each child. For example, a family of 4 will need approximately just over 15,000 euro annually, which is fantastic. That's almost like half of Spain.
It's incredible.
For Spain, yeah. Remote workers can apply for the Portugal's digital nomad visa, which is a similar income requirement. And Portugal has a wonderful, mild climate, affordable cost of living, and very welcoming expat community.
And a lot of them speak English.
Yes,
Why?
we found. Well, I asked a guy once, why do Portuguese people speak English within the major towns? Of course, in the cities, little towns outside of the major cities, I should say, you might not get this, but in the major cities you have a lot of English speakers. And his response to me was, well, we figured it was a lot easier than trying to get English speakers to speak to us in Portuguese.
In other words, our Portuguese sucks. So
yes,
they said,
as English speakers, we don't do very well.
English, and plus it's a private school.
It's fantastic though, and it makes it so much easier. Yeah. Lisbon and Porto are vibrant cities with many beautiful outlying towns. I fell in love with Cascais, which is just outside of Lisbon. It has incredible white sand beaches, albeit very cold water.
Yeah.
While the Algarve offers stunning beaches also, again with very cold water, but a relaxed pace of life.
Public transport is excellent, and the healthcare which we learned firsthand, the healthcare system is both high quality and very affordable.
I broke my ankle 2 days before leaving Portugal the last time we were there.
It was incredible. I mean, it was like a 5-star experience.
Yes, it was fantastic, and the cost was, coming from the States at the time, the cost was almost nil. Yeah. I didn't even bother to charge it back to my insurance because it was really so reasonable.
The ambulance, the doctors, the X-rays, the specialist, the medication, everything was 350 euro.
However,
Portugal's popularity has led to a very competitive housing market, especially in the urban areas.
But the overall benefits make it a fantastic option for Americans. So next on the block is number 3, and we have another island, man. Cyprus!
Cyprus offers island living, Mediterranean culture, and year-round sunshine. Now, this is another weird one. The pink slip visa.
I don't get that one either.
Pink slip visa. This
Well,
is
in the
almost
States,
about
pink
as
slip
that.
is like you're getting fired.
Right.
And daft
So-
is that you're not very smart.
Right. So the pink slip visa requires 25,000 euro per year in income, a $4,000 bank deposit, and proof of accommodation. For a family of 4, you'll need an additional $5,000 per dependent, just about $40,000 annually. And now, of course, Cyprus offers beautiful beaches, slow pace of life,
Nice.
and a very welcoming expat community. It's affordable compared to other islands, but utilities like air conditioning will no doubt increase your expenses.
Can't live without that.
Oh, during the summers you might need it, right? Now, or just go to the beach. If you love sunny weather and a laid-back lifestyle,
Which I do.
Cyprus is worth the look.
All right.
Number 2,
2.
Albania.
Oh, Albania is one of the easiest countries for Americans to move to because you can stay there visa-free for an entire year.
Free.
That means you don't have to have any of all that financial stuff, set away. So they also have a retirement. It's great for retirement, and digital nomad visas are very straightforward
Yeah.
and very affordable.
Yeah.
For dependents, though, once again, Albania is going to require proof of income, but no strict additional financial thresholds. The cost of living is incredibly low, and the family expenses like schooling and healthcare are very affordable. The country's natural beauty, you can't beat it. It's from mountains to the Adriatic coastline. I mean, it's stunning. Tirana, the capital, is developing very quickly, offering a mix of traditional charm and modern amenities. While the infrastructure is still improving in certain areas, Albania's welcoming culture, affordability, and charm make it an excellent option for expats and a great choice for families.
Right.
Like
Which
ours.
just brings us to
Number
surprising
1.
number 1.
It's not surprising, right?
It's not surprising.
It's small,
I thought it was
but great,
surprising.
and it is Montenegro.
Yeah.
It's
So-
right between Greece and Croatia. What a location!
Yeah.
Right across the water from Italy.
Yeah.
Come on, man!
Yeah.
Finally.
So finally, Montenegro actually tops our list because they make it so easy. Americans can gain residency by purchasing property or starting a business. There's no set minimum investment amount.
And that's huge because
So-
most countries have one.
I told Jan, let's go ahead and start an on-the-water basket weaving
Stop
business.
it! Don't
I mean, it's incredible.
However,
so you have to show obviously proof of income to support your family if you have one.
If you have one.
If you have one, and you have to work within the business.
right.
Okay.
You can't just open a business and think that you're going to get a renewal on your visa.
Because you open a business.
Right.
It has to be an active
active
business, and you have to be an active participant in the business.
Right.
Now, Montenegro offers
Doesn't have to be a big
breathtaking
business.
landscapes from
Right.
its mountains to its pristine coastline. It's definitely one of the most beautiful countries in Europe. It's affordable, peaceful, and offers a very high quality of life. The only drawback is the strict physical presence requirements. You need to spend most of the year in Montenegro to maintain your residency. But for those looking for natural beauty and simplicity, this is the place for you.
Now there is one bonus country that I would like to throw in the mix. The reason it's not in the top 10 is because there's a time lapse in the visa renewal process, and I'll explain this. This country is Croatia. Croatia is a fantastic option for Americans looking to enjoy the Mediterranean lifestyle. One of the easiest ways to move here is through the digital nomad visa. This visa is perfect for remote workers. It requires a monthly income of 2,400
Yeah,
euro,
roughly 2,400 euro,
right?
yeah.
For the primary applicant, with an additional only 10% per dependent. So for a family of 4, you need around 3,000 euro per month. That's what you'd have to show. And the visa is valid for up to a year. But here's a caveat. You can't renew it right away. You have to
Well, you can
reapply
reapply after 6 months.
after a 6-month gap.
Gap.
So after the visa, the first year's ended, you have to wait 6 months to reapply.
Yeah.
So for some people, that's just not going to be suitable. And that's where it gets a little questionable, like for me, you know, where am I going to go during the 6 months? Well, that's not the point. But
you know, Croatia, it does offer temporary residence permits for other purposes like family reunification or property ownership.
not bad.
So if you're not a remote worker, there are still ways to make Croatia your new home.
The cost of living is moderate, especially compared to most of Western Europe. A family can live comfortably in many areas, well, definitely, for less than what you'd spend in the US.
Yeah.
Cities like Zagreb and Split, phenomenal coastal area, Split, offer modern amenities, while the coastline and islands like Dubrovnik and Hvar give you stunning views and that relaxing Mediterranean vibe.
For sure. Public schools are free for residents, and healthcare is definitely high quality and very affordable. However, keep in mind that English is less common in rural areas, and bureaucracy can be a bit slow. So bring your patience and your
I'm telling you,
suitcase.
man, it's a European thing. What can I tell you? Croatia's Adriatic coastline is breathtaking, though. Clear blue water,
The Riviera.
charming historic towns, and 1,000 islands to explore. That's crazy.
1,000 islands.
I can't wait.
Right, and
It's perfect for families
Yes, it
who
is.
love the outdoors, with plenty of opportunities for hiking, swimming, and boating, which is one of my favorite things to do.
absolutely.
Boating.
Now, the one thing to watch out for, though, it is also a very competitive housing market, especially in the popular tourist areas and especially during the summer.
Yeah.
But with some planning, Croatia offers an incredible quality of life at a very reasonable cost. So if you're looking for Mediterranean charm, affordability, and a laid-back pace, Croatia might just be the place for you.
I also want to add that many of the countries we've listed also offer other visa options, such as the Golden Visa, which is a visa through property ownership. For each country, the investment amount or financial commitment differs.
Yeah. Some other offer work permits for skilled workers. So if you have a job offer from an employer, you can apply for a work permit.
That's cool.
The employer typically initiates this process, and the permit is directly tied to your employment.
And then you also have student permits, or otherwise known as student visas, and that means you just have to be enrolled in an educational institution, and you go through the process of qualifying for the visa.
There you go. And some countries offer family reunification.
Very cool.
If you have immediate family members who are citizens, then you may be eligible for a resident visa based on family reunification.
Okay.
Now, this applies to spouses, minor children, and dependent parents. So each pathway has specific requirements and procedures. So it's important that you consult with your consulate, okay, or the embassy. Individual consulate or embassy for the country of choice, or a legal expert to determine the best option for your situation.
Wow, that was a mouthful. So, there you have it, our list of 10, well, actually 11 easiest European countries for Americans to move to. Let us know in the comments which one caught your eye. And subscribe, join us on the next one.
Like the video.
And you know what, if you do decide to come to Spain, hit us up.
That's right, like everyone else has. So if you're ready to take the next step, then please let us know that as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Ciao.
Ciao.